Hi everyone, in this video you are going to see how to use the dealer panel. So first you have to log in into your account. For that, use your registered email ID with the help of this continue with Google option to sign in. This is how the home page of the dealer app looks like. In here you can find home, test rides, my riders, announcement, leads and sales. We will see this individually. So in the home page you can see that basic details of total rides booked, total rides delivered, upcoming rides, total bookings, cancel rides, and as well as the bookings, upcoming test rides. Next thing you have test rides. In the test rides column you have multiple options and the list of people who have booked test rides. You can create a test ride by yourself, that you can go for this create test ride button and select that. With this option you can book a test ride for a customer. I'm entering the customer's name. I'm entering the customer's mobile number. Once I enter, I have to select this send OTP option. The customer will receive this OTP. Once entered, it shows as verified. Then I have to enter the PIN code of the customer's location. Either if the customer wants test ride home or test ride showroom. If you want test ride home, you can select the option for test ride home, which is home option, and you can select the date. You can see in the test ride home option the upcoming slots as well as the past slots are not available. It's because in order to book and test ride home you need to be advanced, so the slots will be available from tomorrow. If you are booking for an Ampere showroom, which is like test ride showroom, only the past times are not available. For example, right now it's 4 p.m. past 4 p.m. That's why this morning slot and the afternoon slot is not available. I can book for either an 3 to 5 or 5 to 8. For example, if I'm selecting for 22nd October 1 to 3 p.m. I have given name, number, pin code and the location of the test ride and booking my test ride. Once done, you can see that the test ride has been successfully booked, and the date of the ride and the showroom, basically the location and the model which he wants to ride, as well as the date which is created on. And you can see that total booked rides, upcoming rides, completed rides, cancelled rides in the same page. And you can see that in the assigned rides section there is a place shows that red column which says add to assign. You need to assign a rider. To assign a rider, you need to select this, basically the edit symbol. Select the rider which is available here. Once the rider is selected, you can update the ride and the ride updated successfully. You can see that the customer's name, date and the assigned rider. You have the date range picker whether you can select the date this week or this month as well as last month, and if you want to select a particular date you can select that. Once selected, it will only show those rides which is available on the dates. So this is how you can create a test ride and check the details of the customers by selecting this eye icon, basically the address and basically the date of the ride as well as details of the customer. And in these columns you can search by customer's name and showroom and home, basically the location of the ride and the models which is selected and the riders. You can see there are two options here. If you select home, only the test ride home locations will be appearing here. In order to assign a test ride home, the address is mandatory. Once you have updated the address, then you can update the rider too. Without updating the address, you can select the rider. So that's how you can create a test ride and check all the details about it. So next page is My Riders. So this is the page where we can check our riders list who are all available. So in order to add a new rider, you need to go to the icon which says Add Rider, which is at the top right of the page. In here, you have to enter the details of the rider, which is basically the first name and the contact number and everything. Whichever has this red star near to the title is mandatory columns. I'm entering his name and his phone number. When you have entered the number, it asks us to send an OTP to the rider's number. Once entered, it says the number is verified. You have to enter the contact number of the WhatsApp too. If it's the same number, you can use this option, use a same contact number. So it will be automatically filled by the system. So I'm giving the save and next option. In order to activate this driver details, you need to update the KYC of the rider. So those details are driving license number, Aadhaar card number and PAN card number. For now, I'm skipping this option, save and next. So you can see this rider will be unverified and unable to accept any rides until the profile details are fully completed by either you or the rider. So if you want to assign a ride to the rider, you need to complete the KYC, which is mandatory. So that's why I selected this save and next option. So I'm updating this KYC details of the rider. So I'm entering this driving license number of the rider. Once entered, you need to upload the image of the driving license. Let's say this is the driving license image of the rider. And the main thing which you have to notice is that the picture should not be exceeded the size of 2 MB. Next, I'm entering the Aadhaar card number. And I need to upload the Aadhaar card image of the rider. Let's say this is his Aadhaar card image. Once that is done, you need to update the PAN card number. I'm entering the PAN card number of the rider. Let's say this is his PAN card image. So we have entered every details of the rider and we have uploaded the images too. So we have updated now, and once we have selected save and submit, we can see our rider has been successfully updated. After you update the rider's profile, if you want to contact the rider, you can see this contact option where you have WhatsApp and call option. If you click the button, it will take you to the respective apps. Also, if you select this button, it will give you the rider's details, basically the number, address, as well as whatever the documents are uploaded, it will show here. Also, you can see the other documents and analytics of the rider. Also, by selecting this edit option, you can change the details of the rider. For example, if you want to change the address, you can select this option to change the address. Or if you have any changes, for example, if you want to change the mobile number or if you want to add an email ID, you can select this columns if you want to change that. I want to add an email ID to this rider. So I'm selecting this column to add an email ID and I'm typing the email ID to the column. Once the email ID is entered, you can select this update the rider button to successfully update the details. If you want to suspend this rider, you have to select this edit symbol, which is basically the pen symbol. Edit the rider status. I will be selecting suspended, which is basically he might left your company or he might be on leave. So I'm using this suspended option. Once I select suspended, I'm selecting this update the rider option. It's asking again to confirm. You can see I have suspended my rider. So in order to reassign or change this active status, you need to go for edit symbol and you can select active. And you can go for click again to confirm, and it says rider updated successfully. So you can use this rider to assign a ride and you can send him to test rides. This is how you can add a rider in your My Riders page. So you can see multiple columns here which says completed rides, cancelled rides, total rides, average rating. So if a test ride is assigned to this rider, if he completed the ride, it will be moved on to the total ride section. So there are total 3 added rides and only 1 completed rides. So there are no cancelled rides which is assigned to the rider. The total conversion rate is 33.33 because only out of 3 only 1 is completed. So you can add how many riders you want, you can change the status, active status and everything. Now we will be moving to announcements. This announcements is nothing but if you want to create announcement, you can use this option to the riders. So target audience is my riders. If I'm creating an announcement, for example, I want to make the riders know there will be a holiday tomorrow. And the description says only 1 day. If you want to add a button which takes you to the another page, you can create a button and a button link. So for now I am having this title and description and I am using this send the announcement. So you can see the created date for the announcement and created by and to the audience. So these announcements will be sent to the riders. Next we will be moving on to leads page. You can see the leads which are updated by the DSOs, basically your sales experts. You can see that customer name, gender, created by which DSO, as well as the showroom name, customer address if updated, and the model of the vehicle, color, and created on rate. Whatever the walk-ins coming to the showroom, the sales expert will update the customer details using GoLab. So those details are appearing here, which you can check in this particular column. And here you can see that 4 pages are here: open, hot, cold, and lost. This indicates the interest of the lead. You have the click to contact button, which is WhatsApp and call, and go for an WhatsApp if you want to, or you can directly click the call icon to call, or if you select the eye icon, you can see the customer's data, which is basically the name, address, and everything. And you can edit the details of the customer by selecting this edit icon. You can see that you can change the name, number, as well as the city, state, address, and the vehicle which he wants. Next we are moving on to sales page. If you have sold a vehicle, for example, if you have sold Magnus EX, you can add that sales into the sales column. For that you will be using this create sales button, which is available here, and these are the details you need to be entering here. From starting, you are using the name. This should be the customer's name. Then you should enter the customer's phone number. Once entered, it will ask us to send an OTP. I'm entering the OTP which is received to the customer. Now I want to enter the PIN code of the customer's address. It automatically takes the state and city which is entered for the PIN code. And these are the details which is optional. If you have the details, you can enter or you can leave it out. And there are other mandatory details, which is vehicle preferences, what vehicles he bought. Let's say he bought Magnus EX, and the color he bought. Let's say he bought the black color, and in here you can see VIN, which is nothing but vehicle information number. Otherwise we say that as engine chassis number. And the next one is payment. What is the final price which is sold for? Let's say the vehicle is sold for 96,000. And there is another thing which is like preferred mode of payment. If you paid by cash or UPI, you can select this cash or UPI method. Or if you bought by cash plus loan, which is nothing but down payment with the option of EMI. And if you selected that, it will be showing what is the down payment he paid. Let's say he paid 50,000 of rupees and he selected the EMI option. If that is the reason, I'm selecting this cash plus loan and I'm entering the down payment. So that are the details which you have to enter in here. I'm going for Book Magnus EX. You can see that sales has been created successfully, and you can see the customer details here, address, model he bought, and the payment mode, engine chassis number, and the created on date, which is nothing but the sales date. And if you want to filter it out, you can search by customer's name to know when he bought, or if you want the details of the customer, you can search here, or you can search by colors which is bought. And if you can select the cash option, which is payment option, and you can select the models. So you can analyze the data of sales. Okay guys, this is how you can use this dealer panel. I hope you understand. Have a great day.